Alright, good day guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And I'm Light, about Light of Light Empire. So I'm making this video now to use RSI indicator to get accurate signals for entry. Okay, so first I want to clarify to you that as a trader you don't depend on one indicator. So but then this is just an explanation how to use RSI. I'm very specific on this RSI. But I'm not saying you should use only RSI, but I'm making this video on RSI. So let me first look at this is my real account that is logged in. So let me put my demo. Okay, this is a demo account. Okay, so as you know, you open your chart. As I told you, this you can see something like F here, F sign. So once you click on it, then okay, let me first say this. Let me first you see RSI is relative strength index. Let me first remove it from my chart. You can see it's not my chart right now. Okay, even though you don't you can notice, but then it's not my chart right now. It's to be appearing here. This is RSI will appear. So I'm clicking on F again here at the top here. So I'll click on this plus icon here. This plus icon here. Then I'll go to the relative strength index. Then I'm clicking on it. So just leave it at this automatic. These are things you can change. Okay, you can choose whether to open close, open, high, low, and then you can choose the style, which is the color. Alright, and you can choose the width, but you don't have to. You don't have to change the width. Let me change it to 3 pixels. That's how thick it will appear. Then the style, the color. You can choose to change the color to whatever color you want. So let me change it to very deep blue. But this is not compulsory. Alright. So and then you save. So once you have set everything, but don't touch this. Don't bother to and don't change this 30 and 70. Don't touch apply to close. Just leave it as close. Leave this at the automatic period that it gives you. So you can just change the style, just the style. You only create the same style, but leave this levels, leave the period and the apply to. Then click on done. You can see it's now appearing on my chart. So that is how to add it to your chart. But then how to use it to know the perfect entry point. Okay, and to your perfect signals. Okay, let me show you something. From this, I'm zooming it in. From this, you can see. Okay, wait. I want to do something. So because I want it to be very clear on this. I want to remove my touch indicator, stochastic oscillator. That's touch indicator. So I've removed my touch indicator from my chart so that it will only be RSI. I want to make it. I don't want you to be confused in the process of trying to grab. Okay, I'm using only RSI here. You can see the other one on this a bit. That's the touch indicator. I've removed it. So how do you use this this RSI perfectly? All right. So though it doesn't always work, like it's not 100% accurate, but I can say it's 90 something percent. That's a 90% upward. So it always works, but then you have to just be very, very vigilant. All right, and you have to apply your scalping method. You have to scalp. Okay, so this is I've applied it. RSI. See, you can see something like 30 here and 70 here. That's the you can let me go back and show you something. You can see after I click the F, I go to relative strength. You can see this 30, 70 here. Alright, that's the relativity here. You can see 70. So you can see 70 here and then 30 here. So how do you get your perfect signals from this? If you notice from the chart, the particular line for these RSI indicators, it actually moves around. It goes over it always moves around 70 and 30. If it goes over the 70 line, you can see the 70 line like this line like this. All right, you can see if it goes over the 70, then what you have to do is you want to sell, because it will surely come down. I tell you, it's not always the perfect entry point, not always a perfect signal, but then it works almost every time. It always work. Let me say it always so, except on some basis, you know. But it's all you can bank on it. You can bank on it, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what I would advise you. So that means if it goes over the 70, just watch. The next turning, it may actually be a sell. It's actually gonna be a sell. That means to come down. That's sell. So if it goes over the 70, you wanna sell. So if it goes below this 30, you can see something. You can see here. You can see after it goes below 30, what do you see? Buy. It buys, and then it goes like this up to this point, and then come down, and then goes to this point. You can see it went over 70 here. You can see then then what happened? It dropped, and I will not use only this place. So now go back. You can see that has always been the trend. See, it goes below 30 here, and then the next thing hop like this. It buys. So if it goes below 30, you want to experience a buy. So you want to enter buy. If it goes above 70, then you want to enter sell. You can see here. You can see it goes above 70, and then it begins to sell. It sells to below 30, and after going below 30, what happens? It buys again. Buys. You can see. So you still go back. So yeah, I'm only showing you so you can see the trend. You can see here also it goes below 30, and then what happens? It goes it's not directly straightforward, but then it's bought. Then it sells a bit and then bought again. You can see. So if you watch the trend, you can see here it goes over 70, and then the next thing it comes down. It will buy. It will sell rather. So after it goes over the 70, it will sell down. You understand? So it's as easy as that. Now it's below 30, then the next thing it buys. So but what you have to be careful is sometimes you may just think that, for example, this case, you can see you can't compare this. You can see this here, it's just a little, very little below 30, and then it begin to buy. But this one it went above 70, but it didn't begin to sell immediately. It still went up more to this point, and then before it began to sell. So if you don't just say because you just enter, for example, a person who has just risked and after it buys to above this 70, the person just enter sell. So meanwhile it still bought small, a little up before it began to sell. So after you notice that the market has gone over 70 or under 30, then you have to observe first. Now notice the point that it's now starting to come down. Don't just enter because it's above 70 already. So just watch, notice when you say that it's above, so that time you have been getting ready to sell. So the moment it begins to turn down, then you can enter your sell. That's now the perfect entry point. So that's how to use RSI indicator. I hope you just like this video. Please, if you love this video, then do well to drop a comment, like this video, share with your friends, and do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.